Hello, I'm Mario Toneguzzi, and I'm taking care of business. Joining me today is Anthony Scott, research analyst for the network. Thanks for joining us today, Anthony.
Oh, thanks very much for having me again, Mario. It's always good to be here.
Super, thanks. And Interesting report you guys put out today about the investment market in Calgary in 2021, particularly in the fourth quarter. We saw investment sales up 60% year over year, $2.3 billion in value, up 49% year over year. Tell me what was happening in the market in Calgary in the fourth quarter and for the year.
Well, investors went on a buying spree. There was so much activity, so many sales in the fourth quarter alone that it just improved the prospects for the whole year in that final quarter. Particularly in office properties, investors were really interested in office properties in the last quarter. But we also saw it in commercial condominiums as well.
Yeah. And you know what? You talked about office properties, and I know it wasn't part of the quarter, but we can't not talk about two of the big sales this past year. They were the excuse me, the Bow Tower and the Western Canadian Place, two office towers there on that one site. What was that? 1.2 billion?
1.7 billion between the two.
Between the two, 1.7 billion. And obviously that shows when sales of that magnitude are made, it shows confidence in the market going forward, right?
Oh, absolutely. The buyers of those properties absolutely have a strategy in mind and an end use. I don't know what that is yet, but those two big ticket items definitely fell in with the rest of that office activity we saw in Q4.
Let's talk a little bit about some of the other sectors. Industrial, no big surprise there. It's been a hot commodity with vacancy rates quite low, demand still quite high. About 561 million in value was transacted in the fourth quarter. Can you explain a little bit about the appetite for industrial and why that's there?
Well, owner users make up the majority of the industrial property sales, and that together with the industrial commercial condominium market, there's just a lot of interest in users owning their properties. And what was interesting is that 2020 there was a bit of a break in both the industrial commercial condos and general industrial properties.
Yeah.
2019 was hot. 2021 beat 2019 numbers.
Same thing when we looked at retail sector. Actually, this kind of surprised me a bit. $520 million in value in the transactions in the fourth quarter. Obviously retail ain't dead.
No, and far from it. And interestingly, and I made note of this in the report, there was one really big ticket item. It was over $150 million. It was a purchase of the core, but that purchase, which we categorize as a retail, also entails interest in 4 downtown office towers.
Yeah, so super then. So what do you guys, when you look at for the rest of this year, Anthony, what are you guys expecting in the investment market? A lot of people still out there looking to buy property here in Calgary?
We think so. We absolutely think so. And we're expecting to see a lot more investment by owner users, particularly in industrial and the condominium markets.
Yeah. What about the office market, particularly downtown?
That one's up in the air. I mean, now that valuations have fallen, I believe, by another $1 billion last year due to vacancy, there are bargains to be had. So it remains to be seen what sort of investors with deep pockets are going to come in and take some of these big office towers.
Yeah. And overall, Anthony, when you're looking at the activity, who are the buyers? Who are buying these properties?
Interestingly enough, there are a lot of numbered companies. I've been looking through them, and there were no names that I recognize.
Interesting. So
Yeah.
not the institutional players that we pension funds or stuff like that.
No, nothing like that. Numbered companies, which seem to denote private investors.
Yeah, exactly. And when you're looking at the market, I guess it's helpful that there is a sense of optimism going forward, right? In terms of the economy. And, I think every report that you see these days from banks and forecasts the economy to be quite good in Calgary and Alberta this year.
Yeah, everything does point toward that. I mean, I'm loath to bring up oil, but the prices of a barrel of oil is absolutely helping. Real estate is, residential real estate. The market is hot, so there does seem to be a lot of moving and shaking and good vibes in that regard.
Super. All right, super, Anthony. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you again, Mario. Good to see you.
Good to see you, Anthony Scott, research analyst for the network. I'm Mario Toneguzzi. This has been Taking Care of Business. Thanks for joining us today.